China's economic miracle has captivated the world. But beneath the surface, a quiet crisis is brewing. Can China's economy survive its own debt trap? For decades, China's growth seemed unstoppable, lifting 800 million people out of poverty and becoming a global powerhouse. Yet this miracle was built on a foundation of debt, now a growing crisis. Let's look at the sheer scale of this challenge. China's total debt is staggering, and it's impacting every level of its economy. China's total debt now exceeds 300% of its GDP, a figure higher than the US, Japan, or Europe. Local governments alone owe trillions they struggle to repay. Property giants like Evergrande have collapsed under immense loan burdens. Across dozens of provinces, projects, from empty airports to ghost cities, stand half-built and abandoned. The story of China's rise was built on borrowed money. For 2 decades, cheap credit fueled everything from housing to highways. The cracks truly began to show when China's property boom turned to bust. This sector was a critical part of the economy. At its peak, real estate accounted for about 1/3 of China's economy. Home prices soared, and ordinary citizens invested their life savings into apartments. Now, those prices are falling. The very system that lifted millions into the middle class is now threatening to drag them down. Here's the paradox. China can't stop borrowing. If it tightens credit, growth collapses. If it keeps lending, the bubble only grows larger. To mask the pain, Beijing shifted debt offshore, lending over $1 trillion to developing nations under the Belt and Road Initiative. But many of these countries are now struggling to repay China, making China's debt crisis a global issue. Still, China isn't powerless. Its government controls the banks, the currency, and the media, giving it significant tools to manage the crisis. This control allows Beijing to restructure debt quietly, print money discreetly, and delay defaults for years. But it can't delay everything forever. A shrinking workforce and an aging population make every loan harder to repay, adding a significant demographic challenge to China's economic woes. So the question isn't whether China will crash, but whether it can transform before gravity takes over. The world's second-largest economy must learn to slow down without breaking.